Hello, everyone. Welcome to the workathomefamily.com. Today, we're tackling some work at home jobs for the youngest members of your family. We're going to go through some fantastic business ideas for kids. Starting a business can be really exciting at any age. A lot of people will discount the idea of starting a business for kids, though, because they don't think there's a lot of options out there. Well, we're going to go through 10 ideas that you can use to get started if you are a kid to start a business today. And we have more ideas for you in the comments. So be sure and check those out if you want some extra business ideas for kids. Now, these first few business ideas are some things that my kids have actually done themselves. This first one is probably not one you've considered before, starting a produce co-op. We actually had the opportunity for several years to run a produce co-op that was primarily run by my kids. They were the ones that spearheaded it. They ran all the business side of it. They delivered it. Now, if you've ever purchased from a produce co-op before, the way that they work is you prepay for a box of produce and you get an assorted box of produce with whatever happens to be in season or at a great price for that week. Now, these can come in the form of organic produce or produce from locally owned farms or whatever you want to make it. We went through a distributor that actually delivered produce to local schools and grocery stores, so we were able to buy things in bulk for a discount. We created the boxes, we put together a good assortment, usually with recipes so people could know what to do with this produce once they got it. And then we'd assemble these boxes because the produce would come just in bulk. We'd get big boxes of bananas or apples or whatever we ended up ordering that week. So my kids would go through and create separate individual boxes with an assortment of produce and either wait at the house while people picked it up or they would go and deliver it to their customers. This was a great option for my kids. They actually ended up making quite a bit of money from it. We probably could have still been doing it today, except it ended up growing to the point that it was taking up way too much time for our entire family. But that can be a great option if you have a local community that would be interested in something like that. We primarily marketed through a local Facebook page, but you can do anything that you want. You can advertise through word of mouth, through farmers markets, anything that you can think of. But it can be a great way for kids to get some hands-on experience running their own business. The other option that you have is opening an Etsy store. You may not think of this for kids, but a lot of kids are really into 3D printing or crafting or other things where they're creating their own products. We went the 3D printing route. My boys love to 3D print, so we were able to make some really unique products and sell them through Etsy and through Facebook and other sources. So that could be a great way for kids to start a business that works around their schedule. Now, you've heard of kids starting a lemonade stand. That's nothing new, but it can still be very profitable. You can even put a twist on it. I've heard of kids using a stand to sell baked goods that they even advertise and have their own Facebook page so they let their neighbors know when they're going to be out there, what they're going to be serving. My kids have taken the route where they bought soda in bulk and sold it on hot summer days, and they had it nice and cold for everybody. They did very well with that. They usually had people paying more than what they were asking for the soda because they had the cute factor going for them. So this can be a great option for kids who just have a little bit of an entrepreneurial spirit and want to get out there and make some sales. If your kids love animals, pet sitting can be a great option. We actually pet sit through rover.com when my kids need to earn some extra money for sports or other activities. Rover.com will find clients for you, so you don't really have to advertise your service. You just have to do a great job when you do get those first few clients, and then it spreads from there. But this can be a really fun option if kids like to participate in pet care. They can come to your house or you can do drop-in care, whichever you prefer. And it just could be a great option for kids. It's a pretty fun way for your whole family to earn some money. Along those same lines, this is not something my kids have done, but I have heard of other kids doing this, is setting up a dog poop cleanup business. This does not sound glamorous, but there are plenty of families who would pay to have a kid come clean up once or twice a week and keep their yard looking nice. Lawn care businesses can be a great option for kids, especially teens who have their own transportation or have the ability to take their own equipment to people's houses. You can start off with just mowing lawns and you can go all the way up to maintaining flower beds and doing any kind of landscaping or heavier duty work. So this is a great option for kids who want to grow into something, especially if they want to work in landscaping down the road, because that can be a great career. Babysitting is always a great business for kids to get into, but what about starting your own summer camps? I've known several kids who will do dance camps or craft camps where they take kids for a few hours in the morning during the summer. Maybe they do 1 to 2 weeks worth of camps and they give moms a break for a little bit and they get to teach kids something that they're really passionate about. We've actually sent my kids to a child in the neighborhood who did dance camps in her house. And so she would have 5 to 6 kids and they would go over there and get to learn about dance. And so it's a great option for kids who have some of these specialized skills and want to teach other kids. If you own a pressure washer, you have some great options for your kids to run their own business. Your kids can either pressure wash driveways, houses, anything that needs to be cleaned, or they can take the route where they specialize and they offer their services to clean people's garbage cans on trash day. Now, we all know how gross trash cans can get, and nobody wants to clean them. But if kids advertise their services and say that they'll go around and pressure wash these trash cans after trash pickup on trash day, you can actually make pretty good money, and you can just go down the street and hit up your clients that have paid for your service. So that's a great option if kids want to just get out there and get to work. If your kids are musical, teaching music lessons can be a great option. There's many younger kids who want to take piano lessons or violin lessons or singing lessons, but they're not really committed yet, so their parents aren't willing to pay the higher prices that traditional teachers would charge. But if your kids have some experience and a little bit of patience, then this can be a great option for them to teach these beginner classes to other kids. Now, these are just a few options to get your young entrepreneur started. I also highly, highly recommend this book, How to Turn $100 into $1,000,000. It not only has some really great financial advice for kids, but it also has some fantastic tips about starting your own business, including business ideas and tips for running it once you get going. So if your kids are interested in starting their own business, I would definitely start here. This is a great book to get them going. Be sure to check us out at theworkathomefamily.com for more tips about working from home for the whole family. And be sure and check out the link in our comments for our Work at Home Facebook group if you're currently looking for a job and want to get some ideas. Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope to see you next time.